Hi guys, welcome to Top 5 Wednesday. Top 5 Wednesdays was created by Lainey from Ginger Reads Lainey, and I'll leave a link to her channel and also the Goodreads group in the description below, so if you want to find out more information you can just go to one of those sites. The topic for this week is the top 5 books that made you cry. So let's get started. So picking only 5 books was actually really hard for me because I cry in pretty much every book that is even the tiniest bit sad. So before I get into the actual list, I just have a notable mention here, and that is To Kill a Mockingbird by Harper Lee. To Kill a Mockingbird talks about the issues of race and class in America in the 1930s, but it's told from the perspective of a young girl who's about 10 years old, and seeing all these issues from the innocence of a child just really made the story even more haunting, sort of. But yeah, I cried. Number 5 on my list is The Simple Gift by Stephen Herrick. This book is really easy to read because it's written in verse. The whole book's like that, so it's really fast. It only took me a couple of hours from what I can remember. I didn't cry because it was sad, because it isn't really a sad story. It's just really uplifting and really heartwarming. So I cried because it was kind of inspiring, and it changed the way I kind of looked at the world. So I would definitely recommend it. Number 4 on my list is The Host by Stephanie Meyer. I really enjoyed this book, and I cried basically the whole time through it because just the whole concept is so interesting, but it's also really sad. And the more that I thought about it and how I would felt if I was put in that situation, the more upset I became, and the ending just wrecked me. I cried for a really long time. Number 3 on my list is probably on a lot of people's list, and that is The Book Thief by Marcus Zusak. It's just so heartbreaking. The story is just absolutely heartbreaking, but the book is really good, so if you haven't read it already, you should definitely go and fix that. Number 2 on my list is Wonder by R.J. Palacio. I cried basically from about a quarter of the way into this book to the end. Just every time I picked it up, it just made me cry because the entire situation, the whole scenario of the book is just, it's really heartbreaking, but at the same time it's also really inspiring. I don't really know if that makes sense, but if you've read it, you understand that the situation that the characters are in is really upsetting, but the way they deal with it, well, some of the characters, not all of them, but the way that they deal with it is just really beautiful, and the book is just so touching, and I loved it. And finally, number 1 on my list is Clockwork Princess by Cassandra Clare. If you haven't read this book, you need to go and read it. You need to read the whole series, the whole Infernal Devices series, and the whole Mortal Instruments series, both by Cassandra Clare, because they are incredible books. Just a great storyline, really good. But Clockwork Princess destroyed me. Will, Jem, and Tessa, I don't even have to say anything else because if you've read the book, you know exactly what I'm talking about, and I just cried like a baby. And that's all for the top 5 books that made me cry. If you like this video, let me know in the comments below. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and I'll see you all in my next video. Bye.